Professor T.H. Cohane from the Patel College of Global Sustainability at USF Tampa, and I'm with Salima here in Ouirika. Did I pronounce it right? Ouirika, I'm so sorry, just north of City Fadna.
Yeah.
But the village name of this particular village in Ouirika is what?
This place is Wellness.
Wellness. And here in Wellness, you see an extraordinary thing. This is the actual argan tree that we've been talking about, Argania spinosa, and it normally does not grow well in cultivation. It's a wild tree. This was planted 7 or 8 years ago with several others.
With several others.
And this
But
is the only one that
survived.
survived. And Salima, you said that usually 1 in 10
Yes,
might
1 in 10
survive.
might survive.
And that's in the normal habitat. Here in cultivation, less. But for the first time in that 7 or 8 years, it has produced the first fruit. And you can see the spines, that's why it's called Argania spinosa. Ouch. The goats don't seem to have a problem. They'll climb up in these trees despite the thorns, and they'll eat as much as they can. You'll see goats climbing up and reaching in the...
Yes, but this is a small one.
This is a small one, and they live to be about 500 years old. Now, because it takes, as you can see, 7, 8 years, up to 10 years to get your first fruit, and it might be a while before you get other fruits, you never know, before it starts mass fruiting, it requires a substantial investment and care in order to start an argan industry. Now, most people in the current economy have to make money fast, and so trees will be cut down and annual plants will be put in, particularly grains that have a steady market value, making it hard for Moroccan cooperatives to do agroforestry. The High Atlas Foundation, who we're working with, has made it part of its mission to find alternative sources of revenue so that people can continue to cultivate, nurture, and work with the natural argan forests that were here and that we hope will continue to grow in the landscape here. Right now the prices are very high because the supply is very low relative to the demand. Now that may seem good in the short term because people can make money. What you really want is a very high supply and a growing worldwide demand. Most people in the United States know argan oil from cosmetics. Taylor Swift, the singer who's very popular, uses argan oil in her hair. We know that industry is booming, but very people know about the edible argan oil. And edible argan oil contains omega-3, omega-6 and 9.
Good to stabilize the cholesterol and diabetes.
Right, great for diabetes and cholesterol stabilization. But this is unknown in much of the world. It's a roasted form of the seed, and it looks like an almond from inside. It's a multi-purpose tree, by the way. When you harvest these fruits, when they get older and they start to turn brown, turn purplish brown, and then they fall off and begin to wrinkle, the goats will eat the fleshy husk around it, leaving the seed. Now, not the skin, but the what's the word that we have? The husk of the seed is used for fuel, for burning. So you have a sustainable biomass fuel that comes from the husk. You've got a goat feeds or animal feed from the skin, and then you've got the seed itself, which can be used for both cosmetics if it's unroasted or roasted for an edible oil, which is mixed with almonds and with the honey that comes from the blossoms. So before this fruit blossomed, there was a beautiful argan blossom. Was it white? A white flower making the hillsides look beautiful, and that is from January, February, March period. At that time they put their beehives around the trees, and then the bees are making this delicious, very dark honey, looking like Schwarzwaldhonig. And you can see some here. You know, you've seen black forest honey, these forest honeys that come incredible properties in terms of the propolis they produce, in terms of the what is the word you use? There's propolis, and there's also the bee pollen, and there's this medicinal quality.
Yes, for the stomach pain, for the throat problem,
Right.
cough, yes.
So you've got an incredible product with this agroforestry solution. You get shade, you get animal fodder, you get stabilization of soil to prevent flooding, you get all the climate benefits, carbon sequestration, you get honey in January through the spring, you get the edible argan oil, you get the cosmetic oil. There's the cosmetic one there. And then when you mix the argan oil with almonds, or in some cases pistachio, or even peanuts, or sesame seed, you get this concoction called amalu, which was the strength of the Amazigh people to work from the dawn till dusk, climbing up high mountains, strong as anything because of the protein properties in the almonds, in the pistachio, in the sesame, with the incredible fatty oil properties which are ketogenic, great for a paleo diet. When you have the argan oil and then the argan honey, you have basically a complete nutrition that you could sustain as the basis of an entire civilization. So we're trying to work toward a consciousness and a world market that lets people know this is what people should be investing in. An agroforestry solution of the people, by the people, for the people, and the world, where the trees are the basis of the agriculture, not grain crops, which are soil unstable and use too much water. So, and then one other thing we're looking at here is, so we have the special teas that are there, and we don't have any amalu, but we were eating amalu this morning.
You said you want to make one.
Yeah, I want to make, so I will be making amalu from this. Well, thank you, Salima, for letting me go on my little diatribe. I want to give this tree a hug. This is the future as well as the past.
Picture.
I'm a tree hugger. So this is Professor T.H. Culhane signing off. See you in class.
Okay.